Like many of you, the whole conflict between Russia and Ukraine baffles me. It's tough to know for sure what to believe, what is true, and what is propaganda. So I've done a lot of digging into what I've seen and things I can prove to better understand what they're not telling us. There are two references I can point to that I wanted to share with you. First, this article from December of 2021, which references the 76th session of the UN General Assembly that took place and is on record on the UN website. The resolution was initiated by the Russian Federation and voted on by all of the UN's member nations. The resolution was to address, these are their words, not mine, so don't flag me for this, combating glorification of Nazism, neo-Nazism, and other practices that contribute to fueling contemporary forms of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance. I mean, it sounds like an easy vote, right? Who would vote against that? Well, 130 nations voted in favor. 49 abstained, and only 2 countries voted no. Can you guess which 2? Well, if you saw the title of the article, yes, the United States and Ukraine. The U.S. UN representative Nicholas Hill's explanation for the vote was that while his nation condemns Nazism, voting against the resolution was because it impinges upon the U.S. First Amendment protection of the right to freedom of expression. Is this the same U.S. that has a leader who has called half the country extremist terrorists? I mean, I'm confused. So they're saying parents, conservatives, the unpoked, straight, white, supporters of the last president, and unmasked are bad, but Nazism is a protected class. Make it make sense. Diving further into this, we know for a fact that Ukraine has a well-documented Nazi problem. Even their volunteer militia, the Azov Battalion, wears the symbol of this group, and for a long time blatantly paraded these ideals. So doesn't that go against the entire reason why the UN was formed in the first place? I mean, if you read the UN Charter, which was created post-World War II and post-Nuremberg trials that were supposed to end Nazism, it specifically states, the purpose of the United Nations are to maintain international peace and security, and to that end, to take effective collective measures for the prevention and removal of threats to peace. I mean, to me, it would seem that this, with all of the evidence we have, we need to look at things from a different perspective of common sense and reality. Did Russia take the initial steps to bring awareness to a looming potential crisis in Ukraine? Yeah, I think so. If you read the UN Charter, are they required to take all necessary precautions to ensure this past major historic uprising never happens again? Did most of the members vote yes to the resolution? It is also important to mention that in the UN Charter, if you read it in its entirety, you will find that Russia is given the right to act by any means necessary with notification and not necessarily consent, although it looks like they did receive it. If I can easily find and research this information, why hasn't the media done the same? What's the end game? What do they gain from giving us an opposite narrative? Does this make you look at things from a different perspective? Makes you wonder. Thanks for listening.